Hello and welcome to the Peg Ventures YouTube channel. I've recently hit my 100th roller coaster milestone, Gabriel's recently hit his 50th roller coaster milestone, and Elijah is rapidly approaching double figures. We've been talking a lot recently about our favourite roller coasters, and we wanted to share with you our top 5s, or top 2s if you're Elijah, and just talk a little bit about them and what we love about them. Gabriel's going to kick us off with his top 5, so it's over to you, G-Man.
My 5th coaster in my top 5 is unveil. It's a launched wing B&M, and then my 4th is 13. It's a interim multi-dimension coaster, and then my 3rd is Rage.
Can you remember what Rage is? It's a Gerstlauer Eurofighter.
Yeah. And then my 2nd is Wickerman, and it's a
GCI coasters?
GCI Coasters wooden coaster.
Yeah.
My 1st coaster is Hyperion, and it's a Mack Rides coaster.
Very nice. Elijah, you've got 2 favourites, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's your number 2?
The number 1 is called Dragon Apprentice, and that's one of my favourite ones. And the one that is 2, it was very fun, but the bumping head was the Brave.
And which one was that? Which roller coaster was that? Red
Force Junior.
Red Force Junior. And where was Red Force Junior? Can you remember where it is? In Ferrari Land.
Yeah.
And I must admit, deciding on my top 5 was actually more difficult than I thought. And it seems the more coasters I've done, the harder that decision gets. But I think I've settled on a top 5 now. I don't think it'll be a massive surprise to most people. So at number 5 for me, of course, has to be Stealth, which has been number 1 for me for many years. But this year was quite quickly removed from that top spot. But as an Intamin launch coaster, yes, it may be a bit short, but it packs such a punch. I'm yet to find another launch coaster where the launch packs such a punch. So Stealth is still there in my top 5. In at number 4 for me was Hyperion over at Energylandia. Again, an Intamin hypercoaster this time. A little bit disappointing. I expected a lot more airtime from a 200-foot drop, but it just didn't seem to deliver it quite as well as I thought it would. But nonetheless, it made it into my top 5. At number 3 for me was Shambhala in Portaventura, the B&M hypercoaster. Are you getting a hypercoaster vibe here? Again, not as forceful as I was expecting. The airtime wasn't quite as much as I hoped it would be, but nonetheless, an amazing roller coaster. And when we're doing it in the sun with that splashdown, it is a beautiful roller coaster. At number 2 for me, we're returning back to the UK for, of course, Hyperia. I mean, who doesn't have Hyperia in their top 5? And if you haven't got Hyperia in your top 5, I question if you're even a roller coaster enthusiast. But that Mack hypercoaster is just something else. I know it doesn't have much theming. I don't think it needs much theming. The ride speaks for itself. Amazing elements. That dive stall, unbelievable. And that brings me to my number 1, which is Zadra over in Energylandia. It is an RMC hybrid coaster, a ground-up build, but the elements, and it's just a mind-blowing roller coaster. The air time, the hang time, the dive stall, the theming, The only criticism I had about that roller coaster was the length of the queue. It's just unbelievably long. But if the re-ride gates open, then it's a completely different story. So there we have it. That's our top 5 roller coasters, isn't it, boys? Yeah. We hope you've enjoyed the clips and hearing about our top 5. It may well change again in the future. We've got more trips planned for 2025. But there we go for now. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you in a video soon. Until then, bye for now.